Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lee FS Coach, and in this video I will just be sharing with you how you can do a top-down analysis like this. So this is a monthly time frame on GBP USD, and also how you can do an analysis like this. So this is also on a monthly time frame on gold. So I'll be sharing with you why you can spot some key levels, trend, and how you can use that to predict the market movement on a lower time frame. So I'll just be repeating this kind of analysis on my MT4, exactly how I did it on
Here is
TradingView,
my
guys.
chart on my MT4. So I'm just going to remove the period separator so that it won't distract us. Just come to settings, remove period separator. Okay, so now the chart is looking
Here
neat.
is how I did the
Okay,
top-down analysis. Okay, so the market closes bouncing off from this support level right here. So the support was created around March 2020, okay, and then pushes back up, and since then it also created another resistance right here around June 2021, and since then the market has been dropping, has been on a very strong downtrend. Now we are seeing the market on this support level, and then we are expecting the market to bounce off. Okay, so aside this obvious support and resistance, there's another level that is very important for us to take note of, which is the support right here. So for let me show this. You can see the market bouncing up the first time, the second time, third time, and then the fourth time it broke. Okay, so let's just see what happened here. So you can see that after this market bounces to this level, it immediately bounces back, telling us that this level is very strong. That's the reason why I'm predicting a buy from this particular zone actually. But it seems to be broken with this very massive candle that broke to the 1.20771. Okay, but we cannot neglect this strong push back up. Okay, this is a lot of pips, and it shows the interest of the buyers at this particular price level. Okay, so looking at this support now, and the market bouncing off, so we actually want to see what this candle will close with. Maybe it's going to give us a kind of pin bar. All right, so I explained that in my trading view write up, so you can just read up on that. Actually, we are not taking entry based on what we see on the monthly time frame, but at least we want to see the overall reaction, overall trend in the market before we go down to a lower time frame, so that we are not trading against the major trend. On the weekly time frame, this level is so important. This 20771 is so important because we have a sell side liquidity right here, because the market can continues to move around this zone. So we cannot neglect this level, because even though we are expecting a bullish run on GU, the market might get to this sell side liquidity and then continues to move down. Okay, so that is against what we predicted, because we are just looking at, technical analysis has to do with you looking at what is logical, what has happened in the past, and then use it to predict what will happen in the future. Okay, so if you read the charts from left to right, you can see the market is giving us lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So this might probably just be a lower low coming back to form a lower high and then push back up. So that's one of the catalysts that I identify in the write-up. Okay, but what I am expecting is the market to, move up, break this liquidity, then providing a support and push the market back up. Okay, so this is a long time analysis actually. It's going to take a long time before this happens. Okay, so weekly we've seen an obstacle that is more recent that we have to look out to. Okay, so let's take a step down to the daily time frame. On daily time frame, actually I spotted this shark fin. Okay, and that's why I predicted that the market is going to buy. Okay, so I have my confirmation using my TDI analysis. Okay, so another thing to also spot is this liquidity pool right here. Okay, so this is a sign that there's liquidity around this place. Okay, so the market might get to this place and then push back down, or might break this level, get a retest, and then push back up again. Okay. Now, the most important thing is for you to be able to identify key levels. What do I mean by key levels? These are levels whereby you see the market drop massively. So that is to show you that this is an area of concentration whereby the big player, the institutions are looking into to take their positions. Okay, you can see how the market sharply reverses from this level now. So this is a very key zone. Okay, look at what happened here. After this massive drop, the market did a little pullback and then continue. So this is a very key zone also. Okay, so you have to be able to identify key levels in the market. Looking at this chart now, you should know that this is a very key area because look at how massive the market dropped. So if many markets should come back to this level, you should know that there is probability that another massive movement will happen because the institution are around that level. Okay, just like what happened here. Look at this massive movement. When it pushes back to the level, what happens? It pushes back down again. So that is the way we trade with smart money concept. Okay, so we are not taking trade based on what we see on daily time frame. We still take a step to 4 hours. So if you know you are a swing trader, you can take your entry on 4 hours based on what you have analyzed since on the monthly time frame. And if you know that you day trade, so you can still go ahead to 30 minutes, 1 hour time frame. Okay, so here now we can draw our trend line. We can draw our trend line. So seeing that the market has been dropping from this level, okay, and when you are drawing your trend line, make sure it perfectly touches the edges. Okay, so how do you looking at this market now, you can clearly see that this is a downtrend because right from this point the market continues to give us a lower low, a lower low, a lower low. Okay, and lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Okay, now but looking at the trend line now, it looks as if the trend line has been broken right here. Okay, so the trend line has been broken, did a retest and then push back up. All right, so this is the start of the trend line that I predicted. Okay, so that's basically how you do your analysis, looking at the trend, looking at the market structure. For me now, you can see it looks as if the market is reversing. Okay, looking at this low, looking at this low, looking at the market giving us a higher high instead of the lower low we have been having. We've been having a lower low, and the market just started reversing now. So this is a sign that the bulls are now coming into the market. And looking at what just happened recently, looking at this low, this low, this low. So this look like a head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. Okay, so hoping that the market will break the trend line and continue to push up. Okay, so these are the things you want to look out to on your H4 to give you an entry, looking at the market structure, what has been happening to the structure in the market from a lower time frame perspective. All right, so if you are not a swing trader, okay, and you don't like taking trades on H4, you can still take a step to 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay, so I'll just do that right now. On 30 minutes, the market actually opened here this week with a gap upward. Okay, so the thing you just have to see this trend line. Okay, see this uptrend coming up from what we identified um on our monthly time frame. Okay, our levels we have been identifying. Okay, showing that okay, more recently the market is moving up because we now have higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Okay, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we are just expecting the market to push back up to give us a new high, push back down to give us a new higher low, and then we continue buying. All right, so like I explained, I didn't take this buy because during the Asian session I was expecting the market to push down, you know, thinking that maybe the market will still push down to this place and I'll take my buy from this zone. So that was what I was expecting, and I was expecting my TDI to come down around this level, okay, before I pick the buy, but it happened right here. Okay, which does not satisfy my own personal entry rule. So I miss out. This is like 100 pips that I missed out on, even though I did the analysis myself and all. So it happens like that, but the market is still very much bullish as far as I'm concerned. So the market will still retrace and then push back up. Now, what I was explaining about liquidity and stuff like that, look at how the market made a very strong bullish movement from this zone. Okay, so you can expect the market to come back to this zone and then pick back up again to give us a new high. We already have our higher low, so we have another higher low here, and the market continues to move up in steps like that, gradually, gradually. Okay, so that's how you do your analysis. And if I come back to the monthly time frame, you can see what we have here. It's not looking neat. So you can see how we've identified from our key support and resistance zone on monthly time frame, the catalyst to our entry. So it's not that I'm just expecting the market to move up straight like that. Okay, so it's going to happen. So I've already identified some zones whereby the market will experience some obstacles from daily, from H4. you know there might probably be an obstacle here. I actually identify this. Okay, so the bullish run might end right here. It might break and then continue. So you just continue to follow it based on what you have in your mind from the monthly time frame, that I'm expecting the market to be bullish. Okay, so you just continue to look for an entry for your buy, and if it gets to this point and then reverses, okay, it's expecting a new sell setup. So you change your mind from being bullish to being bearish now, and then start looking for selling opportunity. So as a good trader, you have to be flexible, and changes you have to change as the market is changing. If you are too rigid, you continue making loss because the market has changed and you have not changed with the market. Alright guys, so if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you find this content helpful, kindly like this channel and this video. Alright guys, cheers.